just what I do, man. It's just teachers teach, fighters fight.
All right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Hurt Business Podcast. My name is Faris Sharari, and today I have a special guest joining me. Somebody I've been trying to get on the show for a while now, and we finally are making it happen. And I couldn't be more excited, Mr. Mo Al Kinani. How are we today, champ?
Pretty good, Ferris. How are you?
I'm good, man. And you look crystal clear, by the way. The Wi-Fi, turning off the Wi-Fi
I think
worked.
it was the Wi-Fi. I think it
That
was the Wi-Fi. Yeah.
That's right. That's right. And whenever I have guys on for the first time, my favorite place to start is nicknames.
Nicknames, man. There's a lot. None of them stuck, really. And I can't give myself a nickname, but yeah, we're just sticking with Mo. Mo's a nickname, I guess.
It
My
it
fighting
is.
name.
It is Muhammad. It's short for Muhammad. My brother's name is Muhammad. We also call
Yeah,
him Mo. So
yeah, yeah,
uh, I'm familiar. I like Alien. I know you had some Alien merch. I think that's
yeah,
sick.
yeah. I mean, hey, if it it sticks. I can't control that.
That,
If you wanna keep going with that, let's do it.
that's right. Mo, you have some impressive accolades under your belt thus far in your short career, your young career. Is there one that you're super proud of? Is there a belt or one of those fight of the years, fighter of the year awards? Is there anything most special to you?
Man, the fights that were most rewarding to my career as a fighter, to my training, to actually really bring it up to the next level were the fights that I lost against Danner and against Peter Barrett. Those are fights that I really knew myself in there, and I knew exactly what I needed to work on. It was a, they were fights with a lot of ups and downs, with opponents coming at you, and yeah, those fights really stick out when it comes to my pro career, at least. And a win that I'm proud of against Roy Garza early on in my career for Art of Scrap. Roy was as game as it gets, and he almost finished me right off the bat, but I kind of kept my head down and ended up finishing him in the first round. But Roy was as game as it gets, man. It was terrifying being in there with him.
You mentioned the Peter Barrett fight, and for me, watching that fight live, I couldn't believe what I was watching. And I'm sure I'm speaking for everybody that watched that fight, especially those who were in the arena that night, who had the privilege of being in the arena that night. Can I ask you, what did you learn about yourself in that fight?
Talking yourself up a bunch leading up to a fight can do the complete opposite effect. Rather than bringing you up and bring your confidence up, you start doubting yourself. And I believe I did get into my own head just because I was really fixated on the media aspect of it. You know how Cage Titan rolls. And yeah, it was that diverted my attention a little bit away from the actual fight.
Mhm. I must say though, as a fan watching that, the lead up was so exciting.
It was. That's the worst part about it. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? But yeah, I guess it was a first for me, so I didn't really I wasn't comfortable with it all.
Mhm.
But with experience, it's getting easier every day and every time.
And then a few months later, in October, the end of 2023, you returned for Art of Scrap. First round finish against a game opponent. What was that night like for you?
Like I said, after the losses, I knew exactly what I needed to work on, and I realized what kind of mentality I need to walk into the cage in order to get that win. And Jose was as game as it gets. He was a jiu-jitsu black belt, a decent wrestler, and a Muay Thai coach. And his striking is absolutely phenomenal. I mean, I watched him live, winning the belt um, down in Indiana, and he looked like a world beater, man. And yeah, I just left no stone unturned for that camp, and I walked in there with the mentality that I'm gonna take everything from him, and he can't take anything from me, and I did exactly that.
So does this mean you're not going to talk trash to your opponents leading into fights?
I've never been the trash talker, you know what I mean? I say what I feel and it comes up sometimes aggressive, but
Mm.
yeah, there's going to be a lot of that, but it's not intentional trash talk, is the truth. It's how I feel.
So tell me how you feel, Mo. You're fighting Jacob Bond February 24th up in Combat Zone in New Hampshire. What were your thoughts when you first got the Jacob Bond fight offer?
Man, excitement right off the bat. That was an immediate yes. That's what I look for. Um, in this stage in my career, I just want to fight the best of the best, and that's all I ask for. My coach and manager have a lot of control about my matchups. I don't really throw names out there. I do every once in a while, and ends up working out. With this one, I didn't ask for it. It got offered for me, and that was an immediate yes. I was ready. I was already in camp. I had a fight that didn't fall through for NEF, so I was already in camp, already in shape, and the camp just got longer. So I was ready to go. Uh, to this day, like just the name Jacob Bone, he's been a pro since I was a senior in high school, man. And he's skilled everywhere. He fought everybody and their mother in New England, and yeah, I'm ready to put up a show and make a statement.
He's definitely has quite the resume. He's fought in the toughest dudes in you guys' weight class. What does a win over Jacob Bond mean to Mo Kinani at this stage of his career?
Jacob Bone fought the top three, I believe, in New England. He is the third, I believe. He fought Joe Giannetti, he fought Peter Barrett, and bangers of fights both times. He came up short. I'm gonna finish Jacob Bone and prove that I belong in the top three with Joe Giannetti, Peter Barrett, and all of them.
Mm, mm. Again, like you said before, man, you say it like you see it, and it's not trash talk if it's what you believe, right? It's not like you're trying to
That's
hype
how
up
I
some
feel.
respect, brother. How has this fight camp been? This fight leading up into this one?
Absolutely amazing. This is the healthiest I've ever felt since I turned pro. Zero injuries. I had a little lung condition that I gotten over, and I feel amazing. I feel absolutely phenomenal. Ready to rock and roll.
I'm happy to hear that. I'm happy to hear that. How do you approach the game mentally?
I've been doing this for a long time, Ferris. It's just what I do. I wake up in the morning. I start my day every day at 5 a.m. and I finish at 8. And that's just what I do, man. It's just teachers teach, fighters fight. I wake up and I get ready for the day, and I have a fight at the end of the fucking week next week. So I'm not getting embarrassed in front of everybody. You know what I mean? I
Mm.
got to do my job. I signed a contract, so that's what I do my job.
What is the motivation there? Is it like why fighting? What was it behind fighting that led you down this path versus taking that ambition into another field?
Ferris, I had a very strange life. I didn't have a lot of control over a lot of things in my life. Moving up here, I didn't want to come up here. Um, College, I went to a college that I didn't want to go to. Um, in the cage, I feel like I am in control. This is the only sport that you don't depend on teammates, and it's a lot deeper than that I can put into words. But it's I had no choice.
Mm. Where did you move from?
I moved from Iraq, Baghdad,
Mm,
Iraq, when I was 16.
mm. And you moved to Maine?
I moved to Virginia for a few months, and we made the move up to Maine. My father worked with the military, and he had a bunch of military buddies up from Maine, and they encouraged him to make the move. It's a great place to raise a family.
And in hindsight, now that you're an adult, do you agree with that sentiment?
I agree. Yeah, Mainers are some of the nicest people I've ever met in the country, for sure.
It is true, but the cold, man, the cold. I
Yeah,
know, and
man, that's
nobody likes the
so.
cold.
Most mornings I wake up and I ask myself, "What the fuck am I doing here?" And then, yeah, because of the cold, yeah. But that's the only downside. But hey, summer makes up for it.
That's right. That's right. The summer is gorgeous. I plan to make a trip up to Maine this summer. I went to Portland for the first time a few months ago, and it was
It's not the
cold.
same.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
it's
was
not the
cold.
same.
So I'm
Yeah,
I'm
man.
I'm looking forward to the sun, and I will definitely pop out and visit the gym. Hopefully, Evolution, man. I'm I'm
Hell
I'm a
yeah.
big
Hey, a
fan of you
summer.
guys.
Hey, there's a bunch of spots right around the gym. OOB, there's like 3, 4 beaches right around. So hey,
Nice.
make a stop for sure.
Yeah, I might have to make a trip out of it. Well, now speaking about the team, you're sharing the card with a couple teammates. Jiggy's on the card, broke
Yes,
today.
sir.
He's making an appearance. Of course, the butter knife is fighting for the flyweight strap. What's it like sharing a card with fellow teammates?
It's just a different environment once you walk into the gym, man. Everybody's locked in, and the way my team works, everybody's there for each other, and yeah, it's just a different environment. Uh, Jiggy's a great training partner for me. He's my size. Tyler's a great training partner for everybody. That guy's a motherfucker. He'll go around with anyone. But yeah, we just feel like we're all in the same boat, and we all feel great.
Now that team dynamic is so important in combat sports.
100%, 100%. Like I said earlier, I'm contradicting with myself right now. I said it was a single sport, but leading up to the fight, team is important. Having teammates and your people around you is that's very important and pivotal in MMA careers. No matter what kind of fighter you are, you need a great foundation and support system.
Now, shout out some of those guys over at Team Evolution, some of the coaches, some of those training partners that don't usually get these podcast moments. Shout them out.
Absolutely. I want to shout out Coach Taylor Costantino. He's the manager at the gym and one of the head coaches. Uh, the work he's been putting with us for this camp is absolutely phenomenal. Nate Libby's there every day. He has a specific schedule for each one of us to put in the work individually. Coach Kramer, Bruce, CJ Kelly, Keegan, even though he's not in our gym anymore, he's still a homie and we get the rounds in. And yeah, I'm thankful for all of that family, all of them.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Like we said, brother, that's such an important part of the game, and you guys are doing it. It's so fun to watch the way you guys are doing it, the way you guys all show up for each other in cards. And I remember vividly a Cage Titans event. I can't remember which one of you were fighting, but the whole wall was just all Evolution shirts, and everybody was lined up. And it was just a great
Bro,
image to cheer on the team.
when your teammate is fighting and you make that walk, you get the same feeling as you're fighting. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So yeah, that feeling is addicting too, being there for your homeboys.
Now you've cornered them in the past. Is that more or less? Are you more or less nervous ahead of those bouts than your own?
Being a corner is definitely more nerve wracking because you feel every punch, you feel every strike, you feel everything, man.
I can imagine. I've heard that. Every time I ask that question, that's usually the answer I get, and I can
It's true.
completely see it.
Yeah, it's real, man. It's real.
Now, this fight camp, was there a theme song? Was there a track that you were like every time you were gonna do an intense session? Let's bump this one first. Let's get this one. This one kind of get the veins moving.
Hmm. Let's see. There's a lot of them, man. I know. But don't get me there with music. I'm kind of addicted. I listen to everything. I've been listening to My Own Prison by Creed. I know it's a bit soft, but the word is hard as fuck. Um, yeah, that one gives me goosebumps just to start up. And then whatever the playlist goes, it goes.
Let's go. Let's go. February 24th, Combat Zone 83. Why should people, fans, tune into your bout?
Look my name up and tell me if there's any boring Mokinani fight. There's none, and this one is not going to be any different. It's going to be an absolute banger, and the opponent is going to bring it. I'm pretty sure. Jacob Bone, and you don't want to miss that one, man. It's going to be the best fight on the card.
I agree. I agree. This is definitely the one I'm most excited about. Which I was looking at the card this morning. I couldn't stop thinking, why aren't you guys headlining?
I mean, it makes sense now. The headliners guys are local, man. I mean, they deserve that spot. That's their hometown. They're gonna bring all their people, and it's all about ticket sales, and that's it.
Yeah, I understand that part and I respect it. But when it comes to like the meat and potatoes of the sport, like the fun bouts, like this is the one.
It's okay. I'll learn it. I'll learn it, brother.
Now, outside of fighting, Mo, what are some hobbies that might surprise some people?
Hobbies. Like I said, I enjoy listening to music a lot. I like dissecting lyrics, a bit
Mm.
ADHD with that. Um, I watch a lot of soccer and other sports, boxing. Um, I coach, and honestly, I don't have time for hobbies besides taking care of my dog. And yeah, my day is filled with 8 hours of work, 4 hours of training every day. And yeah, whatever I have left off with time, I just spend with my fiance and dog.
Fair. And I seen multiple posts of the dog on the IG. Is
Yeah,
it
bro,
boy,
she's
girl?
funny shit. She's a girl. Yeah,
Girl, girl. Oh, I
absolutely.
love it.
Yeah,
I love it.
yeah, yeah. My
One
first
dog?
dog, so
Yeah,
yeah, just one dog. Yeah,
I love it. I love it. We have 7 dogs here at my household.
bro,
It's
you're
it's
blessed.
a
If
you
I
say
have the
that.
place out, hey, if I had the place, I would have 7 dogs too. Fuck it,
Respect.
I'll sec. Yeah, they're
Respect, man. I
look,
don't know.
man. That
7 dogs is so insane, man. It's so especially
the
whenever like they're the types of dogs that you feed them once and somehow they just poop 4 times from that one feeding. It just it's
yeah,
insane.
yeah, yeah, bro. And the hair, you
They,
must go through a lot of lint rollers,
that's right. That's right. Luckily, they don't shed as much. I do. Does your dog shed a lot?
bro. I have one dog and it's driving me insane. Yeah.
The clothes, it's in the
I'm
car, it
I'm
chases
pretty
you
OCD
everywhere.
too, so yeah, oh yeah, a little
Look at
piece
the
of her
coffee
everywhere I
cup.
go,
There's a
bro,
freaking hair in
everywhere,
the drink. Yeah.
places you wouldn't imagine.
Oh man, I can definitely see it. Mo, this was a pleasure, brother. Like I said, I've been wanting to have you on the show for a long time now. And like you said, if people haven't already, they should definitely search up your name and watch some of your past fights because they're some of the best in the region. Most entertaining fights that I've seen locally. Uh, the part I want to end on is how do you want to be remembered as a fighter?
I want to be remembered as a fighter who, in this generation, there's a lot of Instagram fighters. There's a lot of people who do it for the image. I don't give a fuck about none of that. I do it for a way out. I want to be remembered as a fighter who created a future for a family that didn't have any. And that's what wakes me up every morning.
Special stuff, man. Brother, you have a blessed rest of your night. Again, thank you for the time, and we'll chop again very soon. Good luck on fight night.
I appreciate you, Ferris. Thank you so much.